1973 National Decay United assisted in organizing in the White Mountain Hell. The inspection team entered the mountain patrol. The mountain after the cannon. A red blood-like liquid flowed out. Several of them looked at the team members running towards the muzzle with excitement. Found it, found it. The person in charge of the scientific expedition team. Mysterious and surrounded. He took out the superior order. Order me to return to the army immediately. Returning from the forest farm, the land is already 2 days later. The rain for 3 days in a row is very frustrating. The regiment department notifies the residents to build together. This is the person I'm helping. Last one. The old man is said to have served in Manchukuo. He's a lonely old man with a history. I entered the room full of delicious food. Mupe farm crumbling in the wind and rain. Uncle Lee, let me take you to the army barracks for hospitalization. Wrinkled face. Activate the old man with his teeth out. Grab my hand with your strong hand. Young man, listen to the uncle tell you a story. I look out the window and feel the wind more and more. Sir, please tell me when you go to the army bank. Lao Lu shook his head. Uncle's time is running out. I can only tell it to you alone. I sat helplessly on the net bed. The old man thought for a moment and spoke. You know Yinchuan back then? Is that the current Inko Dragon Fall incident? I touched Lao Li's forehead. Make sure the old man doesn't have a fever and is confused by the fever. Old Li too pushed my hand away and said with some dissatisfaction. It was the 22nd year of the Republic of China. Courage to fall into the dragon shocked the world. Boy, I was an intimate back then. Well, what Lao Li said aroused my curiosity. Secretary Qian, you are also an old relative and have seen dragons. How is that possible? I was stabbed into the wall and took a plate. As if lost in memory. Don't lie to you. I was in Yinchuan back then. Japanese watercolors. Institute of Biological Control. I have seen the fall with my own eyes. The dragon. The local area is mountains. I also crossed people to water the dragon twice. The sound of a lute on the snowy wooden bed. So I went along. Okay, I believe in you Ding Yulong. Let's go. Wait until the troops are permanently defended. Let's go to 209 and then turn it off. Langley is playing with his tone. Hey. I lied for half my life. The first time it was all the truth. Why don't those kids believe in evil anymore? Trembling. He took out a plastic bag from his arms majestically. Open it up and pull out an old yellowed hand-drawn map. I am a soldier, they're naturally sensitive to maps. Recognized at a glance, it is the outline of China in the Republic of China. Map. It turned many mountains into roughly. The appearance of 3 dragons. See me digging this map some eat all night. Lao Li is getting more and more proud. Changbai, these are the 3 major dried hairs. North building. Middle building, south building. The location of the 3 dragon veins in China. I'm so speechless. Lao Li. The head is obviously promoting feudal chipping to himself. I borrowed Lao Li's map and folded it up. I took the plastic bag and handed it over to Lao Li. Sir, we revolutionary soldiers don't believe this. What 3 dry dragons are you talking about? Does it have anything to do with Inko Fallen Dragon? Oh, Old Li had but won the robbery. Knock your lips and stop talking. I took the opportunity to persuade. Uncle, you will go to the camp with me for the night. Your house is really not safe. Old Li nodded expressionlessly. A husband? Frost meets autumn rain. Catastrophe. Let's go to your place for the night. I carried the Old Li head on my back. 2 people for fire. There was a loud bang before he got out of the corpse. I turned around and was surprised to find Old Li 2's house completely collapsed. Only a piece of rubble remains. Crumbling in the rain. At the gate of the camp. Crawling motion sickness and hitting a beat after sitting and fleeing to somewhere. Only scattered umbrellas were left after being blown. Standing in the rain waiting for me. A thunderbolt said some divine power. Light up the playground, filled with a row of old 2-color guns. I can feel it clearly. I was trembling violently in some prison. Then whispered in my ear. Don't go there. It's dangerous. Suddenly bang bang bang. 50 or 60 square meters. The sound of short shots played on the music. I immediately became aware. He opened the safety buckle of the gun around his waist. Escape to where? Send Uncle Lee to take a break. I went to see the gold mine. Hope. Take me in and out of the universe. Infringement in prison, low breath, anger, cruelty. Welcome spring. Reminds me of the harsh hand-cranked wind alarm saying. The lights in the camp are constantly patrolling back and forth. Also added the required Mission Special IoT's emergency preparedness card. Soon, the warehouse was surrounded by water and could not leak. Warehouse number 2 Provincial Road has not been seen yet. There is only one front door and a row of back beds. I went in and out of the main gate with a few soldiers shouting. Hands up, 90% don't kill. A roar full of deterrence echoed in the warehouse. The corners of Sank's mouth are black. The bloody corpse lies in the warehouse. One shot, 2 old-fashioned submachine guns thrown aside. He committed suicide. It seems that he still committed suicide by taking poison. All 3 corpses were wearing the usual blue ones. Kalyong work clothes. The license does not carry any proof of identity. And documents for items, I suddenly noticed. Next to the jade body, a handful of Hikone drafts are scattered on the ground. The tip of the knife is stained with red brick and affordable powder. These guys seem to have dug up something. I will report the situation to other political commissars, Lee suggested. Soon, the Secret Service Company guard is in contact with Warehouse 3. Marks were found on the east wall of the village. Several soldiers of the Kokolian take his golf and piano. Tear down the brick wall where the 2 doors are closed in a few clicks. Amazing to go. There was a trace of rust inside. Spotted metal. Open the door. Li Jianya gave an order. Creamed the strong warrior. Start twisting flanged doors. As the rust continues to fall, iron can be forsaken by love. In an instant, one step at a time, the horse axe rushed through. A grey gush of gas gushed out. Fortunately, there is no toxicity. The boho elf warrior checked the weapon. Walking in a night artifact with a computer. Be careful. Down the dusty stairs. The beams of 5 or 6 flashlights swing back and forth. A soldier discovered a 5-item bag. Switch the movie. Rash Section Chief. The one in the secret room is called the Fire Soldier Electrician. Spirit. We are currently suddenly showing a few wearing chemical protection. Service person, moving some boxes with fuzzy codes. A Japanese officer with a military knife. They seem to be moving around. Command what? And finally, the Japanese officer seemed to be holding something in his arms. Hidden in the wall. The Japanese officer suddenly turned around. Hand to the goblin's pistol. A knife. A large number of people in Japanese military uniforms poured out behind them, but risked a ghost-like figure. A soldier lost control and exclaimed. Different. Yudao weapon. Turn around and roll around trying to run away from you. Stand by my side. Warrior inside. Then instantly protect the 50 or 60 submachine guns. Pick the pick to the end. Pulled the trigger and fired. Rats will fight with you. Your grandmother is very brave in this young man. To land on the concrete floor and jingle her. Warheads and Manpower's Gang Yang rebounded. Flower shot after the slip. Real discharge. The Emperor stops. Japanese officers and torturers. The Japanese army of the skeleton ghost. Close at hand. Li Jianya brandishing a pistol. Frightened wounded warriors. Retreat, everyone retreat. I did a tactical bayonet move. The 2-legged brother himself is humble. Pride makes an abrupt statement. Prepare for someone to stay behind. Along with the destruction, he also died. That won't work. Japanese officer, and the ghost-like Japanese soldiers behind him. Charming in a gust of oncoming smoke. It's as if it never happened. My petition is here. Sitting in an empty country waiting for me. It was undoubtedly a dream just now. Li Jianya came to me. Satisfied and patted my shoulder. Nice, nice. In the end, it was Jiangman's beard that didn't embarrass your father. After replying to the work on the basement. I'm in heat. Some corpses sitting on chairs. The corpse was leaning on the back of the chair with a saber cooking. The middle finger of the left hand has a big ending. Then there is the number 109 hollowed out on the interface. The body has been completely sealed. From the uniform, much like the Japanese officer in the video. The corpse in the protective suit knelt on the ground. Dirty. This eggshell can throw a southern pistol aside. There are bullet holes in the back of the corpse's head. I take a deep breath. These corpses are required in total. It's all tactile. Hidden Kanto. A Japanese officer in a military coat sitting on a chair. The walker, obviously. I suddenly realized, the corpses of the Japanese soldiers in the arms of the uncle, revealed something black. I put my hands on my sleeves. Pulled out the black thing. A thick cowhide diary. Ichiro Tereda. I recognize one on the cover of the diary. Recognize Japanese names. Open the diary. It's like a ghost symbol inside. It's packed with symbols. And a very laborious pattern. Li Jianya came over. What kind of law does a company commander have? And I handed it to him. The diary of the devil Xiongguan. It's full of ghosts and talismans. Li Jianya took the diary and looked through it. Photos in their own pockets. What else did you find? I shook my head. A soldier Buzenrak. Shepherd on the other wall. A giant yellowed map of Chinese trails. Unfolded in front of everyone. Intentionally, the mountains in the north and south seem to be added with thick lines. These mountains are like dragons. I wrinkled a little. A thunder rang out in my ears. I saw one in prison. Submit many similar maps. 3 trunk buildings in north, central, and south. I went up the stairs. I suddenly remembered the vicissitudes of the old bathroom. The current flashes this image. Japanese officer seems to have hidden something in the wall. Well, I got glued from the bag next to me. Quietly asking for voices on the wall from memory. Finally, there was a banging sound behind a blue brick. I will move the light shovel. After a while, a blue brick was cut out. Escape with a flashlight. There was nothing inside. Electric and fish, I found the piece of green in my hand. The brick is hollow. There's a ball of cloth inside. Pull the cloth out. It was found that there was a very delicate little wooden box. Littlewood River has a triple combination lock. I hesitated and came to the body of the Japanese officer. I looked at the numbers on the reporter. Dial the cipher compartment. Click, click. Click the lid of the box to pop open. I looked inside the box. A smile just appeared on the corner of his mouth. Of course it's missing. What the hell is this? Li Jianya stepped forward. I saw the box I was holding. 5 neatly arranged. A red bone the size of a thumb. I will be a subjective cadre next year. Li Xingwei has gone to the accident to report the situation. I don't know if I have a bad foot. The corridor remembered the sound of footsteps. Li Jianya does not enter the small meeting business, but to give one example, the small meeting that was originally talked about as a vegetable market is the right passion. Li Jianya gave me 4 weeks. Stop downloading. A few thieves. The young soldier is too nervous. Shots fired and the British were de-prepared. Disband a continuous battle. Qin Tao stay. Well, in the future, the task of traditional Chinese medicine will be handed over to yourself. Guaranteed to complete the task. Out of the conference room. I'm full of complaints. Let yourself wear a curtain. I went to Changnan to find an old man surnamed Shu. Well, this is obviously a job hired by the neighborhood committee or... Helplessly, I suddenly remembered someone. The next morning, Songnam Bridge. One in a denim jacket. In front of a young man with curly hair. He I would have. Don't look at his outfit. It is the head of a police station in the south of the city. Hero people were in the hometown brigade together with the tiger. Because the father has more energy. Catch up with the first batch of early returns to the city to participate in work. The hero comes up and gives me a bear hug. Brother, you always think of me, I can say anything. I smiled and took a look. What a bitch takes a piece of paper out of her pocket. Help me find someone. Shu Wenbinin. 72 years old Handu. Graduated from Tokyo Imperial University. Yuenri Gourmet-Inko Institute of Biological Research. It's nice. It's amazing. The old man said that the old man has a good reputation. Brother, tell me what happened to my uncle. I forgot for several years. I have no conditions to forget. Don't ask what you shouldn't ask. Good sister took a few deep breaths. I looked behind me at the truckload of soldiers ready to go. Ah well. I'm going to change the old one. You wait here. Why don't you, sister-in-law of the army, don't ask for my chapter either. A while. Good Jane with a simple dress. The skinny old man who had achieved universality came to me. Winter is coming. There's another one in his 20s. A young girl with big eyes and 2 big braids. Good Jane rubbed her hands helplessly. Uncle, this is something wrong with Company Commander Qin. It is inconvenient for us to ask. It's a girl driving with constant temperature and cold. In front of me. What law did my grandfather commit? If you don't make it clear today, don't even think about leaving. I smiled. Humlong? Li Shouguang was expressionless. Until I waved my hand. Lao Wang takes the car. The girl's face is incredible. It seems that if you don't dare to press the line, you will be taken to the car, not even struggling. The driver was taken to a conference room. The old march fan is slowly spinning. There were only a handful of people in the meeting room. The old man who brought him sat in the front seat. I found that the elders and the Youth League political commissar standing behind an old man in military uniform. How about presiding over the meeting? It is the golden yellow residual mother. After waiting for the blood to pour, the substitute received. Distinguished chief experts. Armed bandits were taken last night. Warehouse number 2, Yingfen District, our group. 1 was killed by Shaolin. The husband borrowed 3. I found a secret room in warehouse number 2 during the Japanese and puppet periods. The seizure is being counted to congratulate. Xu Wenbin tied up excitedly. Is warehouse number 2 the second floor building on the left? The secret compartment. Is it under the stairs on the first floor of the basement? Shocked in gold. How did you know that? The old man in the Sichuan army smiles. Before liberation here. It's a secret research institute belonging to the Guangdong army. Uncle used to work here. Xu Wenbin is eager to arrive. Are those things still there? The mahogany stool pockets are blocked. Golden Bell glanced at the old man in military uniform. The old man nodded. Open in gold. Suddenly on the red flannel. A few blood red. Something like a bone appeared in the tray. If you lose your expression, 10 will seal 9 generals. Tray reaches out. Suddenly his face turned pale. Cover your chest with your hands. The man fell to the ground limply. It was chaos.